John, what's up, man? Welcome back. Sorry about that, man. I don't know. It's the sim was killing the bandwidth in the house. I had to limit the amount of data it was trying to pull down. It was trying to pull down way too much data. Alright, we're gonna get on out of here finally. Working bricks released. Get some power. Welcome back, everyone. Apologies for the issues a little while ago. The simulator was trying to pull down way too much bandwidth, way too much data. Where is this bus going? We still doing this, Microsoft? We still have vehicles running into the aircraft? Come on. Wow. The simulator was trying to pull down way too much bandwidth, so it didn't work out. Oswaldo, hello McSalmon, fantastic video. Appreciate that, Oswaldo. Thank you so much, man. Apologies if you were tuned in earlier. We had some issues. It looks like it's stuttering on my end, but again, it could just be my bandwidth. If it's stuttering for you all, please let me know. Also, if the chat seems really delayed, if I'm responding to you guys really delayed, let me know about that as well. So we're in the 787 Dreamliner. This is as a really default aircraft, so we're going to take our time with it here and taper our expectations. Johnny, welcome back, sir. Sorry about those issues. Again, I was telling everyone if it shows that it's lagging, let me know. Or if I am responding to you guys really late, let me know as well. Alright, we're taxiing out to 18 right. And this is what I mean, guys. I was telling you earlier, I need a lot of power to keep these aircrafts moving. I don't know if it's my sensitivity or settings or what, but I shouldn't need this much power, especially when the aircraft's light. It sounds fantastic, though. Love the sounds. How different is the 787 from quality wings? The controls and functions are the same. Your basic controls, yeah. 787 is a 787. However, there's a lot of functionality and whatnot that is not simulated in this aircraft. A lot of these door pages or fuel, that works. Hydraulics. Some of these, as you can see as I'm tapping on them, they don't work. Your overhead panel is pretty much standard. There's nothing you can. There's a few things in there that you can mess with, but again, a lot of it is not it's not simulated. All right, we're clear left, clear right. Maybe those will come with the next update. They say they're going to work on it, Oswaldo, but to be honest, I'm not holding my breath, man, unfortunately. Alright, we'll get our landing lights on. Turn offs and the strobes. We're ready to go. And if I'm not giving you guys enough outside shots, let me know. The camera is really not a chase plane type of software, so I don't really enjoy using it much, but I can definitely pop outside of some and let you guys see everything. Alright, line it up. It's a beautiful bird. It is well modeled as well, though. I agree. It's well modeled. They'll have to rely on third party for decent aircraft. Yes, sir. Alright, we're getting out of here. Again, don't laugh. This is a default aircraft. We can only do but so much. You know what I didn't do? I don't even know if this aircraft simulates it, but I didn't map an auto throttle setting. Or toga, I should say. Did not map a toga. No toga. Johnny, there's no toga in this damn sim? Don't tell me that. Let's look at throttles. How do you set toga? Or is that not modeled? Power management, mixture, decrease. Oh, that's whack. Okay. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. Let's get out of here. Make sure I've got everything set. Flaps 5 and indicating. You haven't found it. That's whack, Johnny. I guess we just... Is there like a hidden... You know... Nope. Then search toga. I did search toga. Nothing came up. Alright, we're just gonna... go rolling. Alright, airspeed's alive, 80 knots. The plane is trying to rotate before V1. Alright, let's go. V1. And we're up. Positive rate gear's coming up. Don't send it. Alright. Let's decrease that rate. We need to go to heading mode. So I'll select. And usually it's a right turn, direct guano. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still getting used to the controls and the damn cameras. I'll tell you what, it takes off better than the A320. All planes don't have toga, John, but there was a toga setting in FSX and P3D and Xplane. For those planes that do, you could always find a toga. Obviously, if the plane didn't use toga, it wouldn't work when you pressed it, but there was at least a mapping for it. It's non-existent here. Guys, this thing already flies a lot better than the Neo. I will say that. This is a smooth takeoff compared to yesterday with the Neo. I like it. Again, I'm seeing stutters. I don't know if it's just me, but if you guys are seeing it as well, please let me know so I can adjust the settings accordingly. It could be just my bandwidth, like I was saying. Good old Central Florida. Alright, what the hell was that? I don't know what that tried to do. We're not going to mess with that. We'll just keep vectoring ourselves. Guys, is the chat delayed? Am I responding really delayed or really late? This is gorgeous, my friends. Gorgeous. Alright, flaps 1. John, I will say, I'll give this to you. This flies better than Quality Wings. I will give that. It handles so much better. Could be the sim though. Flaps coming up. It's a different simulator, but let's go up to 370. Is it about 10 seconds? It shouldn't be more than 10 seconds. I think I can adjust that. Let me know. Alright, we'll throw the autopilot on. We're in heading holds. Turn the weather radar on. Guys, this flies better than the Neo. It really does. Nah, probably does handle better than quality. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Safe landing, John. Alright, I'm trying to work out this direct. It keeps... and I can't clear this. Let's go direct. Let's go direct Cree. And we'll put LNAV. There we go. Climbing pretty fast, but it's all right. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Over Central Florida, to be honest, this looks equivalent to my ORBX my ORBX True Earth Florida that I have for Xplane. Nothing earth-shattering, I should say here. Gorgeous though. That's 18,000 standard. That's set. Looks like standard is not modeled here, so that'll have to stay like that. Standard and cross check across both. That looks good. It says we are direct Cree, but this looks off-centered. Or is it just me? I like the independent displays, or at least some of it is modeled. That's cool. Yeah, guys, this thing is better than the 320 Neo. I am going to go out on a limb and say that for sure. Cabin view shot. John, you got some nice shots, man. Nice shots on your flight there. It says we're going direct Cree, but it's off-centered for sure. We'll keep an eye on it. Cool, John. I think it's starting to turn now. Pop out, do some more shots of Central Florida here. Got some cells off to. Frame rates are starting to take a hit here for sure. As we enter the soup. Again, I am running 4K here. The Dreamliner is, most of these aircrafts actually are not optimized at all, so just got to keep that in mind. Alright, that's 370. We've leveled out. We're on our way now. We can increase the speed here. We're getting stutters. I'm going to knock the settings down a bit. Bear with me here. Let's go to high end and see what I get. It's a little bit better. Still not great though. I am using Oswaldo the joystick, the keyboard, combination of my keyboard and my joystick to move around, if that's what you're asking. Approach was a nightmare. Speeds it gives should be taken with a grain of salt. I'm done testing for the night. Yeah, John, I would not. You've got to judge it by yourself, man. These aircrafts, like I said, they're not ready for prime time at all. They are as default as you can get. Actually, I would argue they're better than default, but you've got to be careful. So we're in the soup. Really not much to see out here. Yeah, Oswaldo, a lot of people were saying you can use an Xbox controller to walk around and all that stuff. I'm not into all of that. I'm not about to connect yet another piece of hardware to my computer. All you got to do is remap the drone cameras and whatnot to buttons and keys that make more sense. The default buttons and keys that Microsoft uses is kind of ridiculous. There's no way anyone's going to remember that stuff, and they're very antiquated. You've got to have your fingers and whatnot in weird positions in order to actually do a proper, flyby or outside shot of your aircraft. So like I said, I just went and remapped everything to kind of the way I have it already in P3D and Xplane, and it's working okay. Do you have the measurements of the FPS? There is a way to do it, I was told, if you go into developer mode. But I haven't tried it yet. I can tell you right now though it's pretty bad. I'm running high end as the default settings. I knocked it down from ultra because we're in this soup here, and I'm not getting good frames at all. You can tell by how it's kind of stuttering out here. But again, the Dreamliner is one of the worst optimized plane here for this simulator, so I'm taking that with a grain of salt. I think even if I put it on medium, it would be a little bad. Alright, so we're on a good cruise now. We are making our way northbound to John F. Kennedy. Let's talk about this sim, why don't we? So, I picked it up first day. I was actually one of the ones that pre-ordered and pre-installed as well. So the hype was definitely there for me, and then obviously all of the other content creators and whatnot who had early access was streaming and all that good stuff. And the simulator looked like everything we were expecting it to be. And then obviously comes release, and I think first off there have been a lot of folks that have had installation issues. Oh, look at me, I didn't turn off any of these lights. A lot of folks that have had installation issues trying to get the sim going, which is pretty unfortunate. Microsoft is still working on that with some of the folks, and supposedly a lot of it has been fixed. So they're addressing that, and then I believe some folks that ordered or updated to the premium version, they were missing content as well, like some of the airports and the aircraft that they were supposed to have in the premium version. They did not. It was missing for some reason. So I think that's another thing they are working on, and I think they have been able to get that back for some folks, but not everyone. So there's that. And then just some of the bugs in some of the aircrafts for sure. So like I said, my first flight in this was the A320neo, and it didn't go well. I did a LAX to San Francisco flight. The aircraft was not continuing the descent for some reason. It kept stopping. I had to kind of do some S turns to get back on the VNAV profile. The reverse thrust was wonky, wasn't working. We'll see what it looks like here in this Dreamliner when we land. And then that was that. And then I took up the TBM, and the autopilot wouldn't engage. I kind of like flying the GA aircraft so I can spend some time outside taking shots and whatnot and exploring the terrain, but it was kind of difficult to do because there was no autopilot, and that's fine. If there's no autopilot, that's fine, but the aircraft was not flying straight either. It kept banking to the right and kept trimming very, very weirdly. So it was hard to fly and just, take shots at the same time. And then now this is the third aircraft that I am in. This is obviously the 787 Dreamliner. So far so good. I think so far this is the best aircraft that I've flown. It's pretty heavy on performance for sure, but it's the best one I've flown so far. I am using MSI Afterburner for keep under visual all the information on CPU, GPU, etc. in real time. It is very small software. It's a good tool. Yeah, as well. I think I have it as well. I just haven't pulled it up. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna find out right now. We'll go to developer, we'll go to on. There we go. So I'm getting 20 frames per second at the moment. I don't know if you guys can see it. It probably cuts it off for you guys. So that's the outside, and in the cockpit I'm getting 22, and this is on high-end settings. Let's see something here. Let's bump up object details. $120. Boom, 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 boom. Volumetric clouds. These clouds look terrible. I don't know if it's because it's on high or whatnot, but let's do that. Let's save it. Okay, that worked. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing it on your end. I'm getting about 23 frames per second. On high-end settings, and as you can see below in my description, I've got a 8700K 1080 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So now that the overcast kind of dissipated, it's a little bit smoother. But these clouds look terrible. You tried that and couldn't find it. John, you've got to, once you pull that up, you've got to go to options. And you've got to click display FPS. That's how you do it. So yeah, to be honest, that's pretty horrendous at cruise to be getting 20 FPS. But I will say though, it's kind of smooth for 20 FPS. 20 FPS in any other sim would give you a lot more stutters than this as it starts to decline. But yeah, I'm going to take that off for now. I really don't like it, and I think it also kind of adds to the issues here, so I'll turn it off. Once we get closer to New York City, I'll turn it back on so we can see what kind of frames we're getting into JFK. Johnny, I set the limit, the bandwidth limit to I think 40 megabytes per second, so that it's not trying to pull down all of the data that I got inside the entire house. Do you think that's causing my clouds to look so weird? Or is the data just there to pull down scenery, not cloud textures or the way the clouds look? These clouds are on ultra settings, by the way. Good question. We normally associate that with scenery downloads. Okay, I figured it had nothing to do with that. I just don't know why the clouds look so bad right now. Yeah, I could see the weather updates, but not the quality of the clouds. And 40 megabytes per second should be more than enough for this sim to download what it needs to download, I would think. That right there looks terrible. Okay, let me see if I can get you guys an external. Look at that. Look at the clouds there. That looks bad, man. Oswaldo, yes, the video will be uploaded once the stream is completed and you can review it later. Yeah, Johnny, am I tripping, man? Why do the clouds look like this? On ultra settings. That is horrendous. Yeah, it's done differently. Johnny showed me how to do it last night. So reverse thrust, you need to map decrease throttle 1 and decrease throttle 2. Nah, this is bothering me, guys. I am not feeling this. Let me I'm going to put this back to Ultra. I'm going to knock some of these down. I don't need some of these this high. Boom, boom, boom. Buildings, trees. I don't need those on Ultra. Let's try that. Oswaldo, thank you, man. Yeah, let me know if you need anything else once you check it out later. Have a good day, buddy. Alright, I'm back on Ultra. And they still look like hot garbage. Yeah, I love the Dreamliner as well. Take care, Oswaldo. Yeah, that looks bad, man. That looks bad. I'm not feeling that. Hey, I'll tell you what, the fuel burn in this aircraft is a lot better. I think they just spent a lot more time, but it's funny, the A320 was out first, and they worked on that first, but the Dreamliner is much better, man. I mean, there's none of that swaying back and forth issue that you have with the A320. The fuel burn is spot on. It's not drinking fuel like when I was flying the A320. Overall, the aircraft just feels much better. I don't know what is up with that Neo, man. They need to fix that. Yeah, Johnny, I'm going to chalk this up to I lowered my bandwidth usage for the sim, and that's why it's pulling these crappy clouds, because I don't know what else it could be. The high altitude clouds don't look bad. Cool, Johnny, check it out. Let me know how you like it. Guys, we've got to fly together sometime, man. We're going on 3 days with the sim. We haven't done a flight yet. We've got to check out the backwoods or something somewhere. Loading into Dublin, going to JFK. John, you're about to try a across the pond already? What aircraft are you using? I'm gonna go direct Oscar Romeo Foxtrot. There's some weather here. Actually, we'll stay because there's weather between us here. Keep a lookout for that. I'm not feeling those clouds. ActiveSky, anyone? ActiveSky doesn't give you cloud textures though. ActiveSky just injects the weather. And the weather injection is not the problem here. It's pretty spot on and accurate. I'm talking about the texture issues of the cloud types. Yeah, mine never looked like this either. Let me see something. I am afraid to bump this back up and I lose the stream. I've limited my bandwidth to 40. If I set this to unlimited, I might lose you guys again. Let me try it for a hot second. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Let me bump this back before it dumps you guys. I don't know. We'll just have to live with it. It looks gross, but whatever. You're at JFK and yours looks similar? Okay, let me look, John. Nah, dude, that looks fine. I mean, they're not great, but they're not. Mine looks like. Look at it. It's. It looks staticky. I don't know how to describe it. It looks like it's weird. I'm not digging it at all. FPS, John, go to settings. Here, I'll show you one more time. General, developers, turn it on. Go to this is popping up already for me because I had it preloaded, but you won't see that yet until you go to options and you click display FPS. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, I'll try another flight in it, John. But the first Neo flight I did was terrible. Did it do what before the stream, Johnny? Lagging behind on the convo. Let me see something. That's what I was asking before. You guys said it was fine, but I'll your chat is 10 minutes behind? That can't be right. Let me take a look. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know why it's lagging. Yeah, John, I'm only getting about a 12-second delay. I don't know why you're seeing a 10-minute delay on your end. Alright, we've got some more clouds coming in. Yeah, that's strange, John. I don't know, man. Alright, we are making pretty good time up to New York. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our flight plan here. I don't think this has a VNAV profile, or it does, but it's kind of off. I don't know why it's saying C at flight level 0, baton at 0. However, per the charts, I know this off the top of my head because I fly here enough, you are crossing hogs at 18,000. So that's correct. And you are crossing Cameron at 11,250 knots, so that's correct. And then it's radar vectors to your arrival runway from there, so that's accurate. That looks good. We'll just have to see if the aircraft is actually going to do the descent. Alright. We're looking good for now. We'll keep an eye on things. We'll start our descent probably at Sod. It looks like actually... No, I don't see a top of descent marker at all. So... Well, we've got some more information we can put on here. Data, VORs. Awesome. Okay. I didn't think they would have that mapped, so I didn't bother looking at it, but it looks good. That's there. We'll do the other one as well. Decrease our range a bit. Do that like that, and we'll increase the range on the first officer side. There we go. Right, we're in the soup. Things are definitely stickier here. Let me bump these settings down again. Got a new sim, guys. We're just playing around here to see what's going to get us the best. I'm also taking this with a grain of salt because the Dreamliner is extremely heavy on performance. It is clearly not optimized. So just bear with me. I'm gonna knock these down. That's gonna stay ultra. I can stay high. I can stay high. I can stay high. Reflections have a tendency of really wreaking havoc on your sim. Let's try medium, see what happens. I think the rest of this can stay. All right. Slightly better, but not great. So yeah guys, this is MFS 2020. Again, overall I really like the sim. I'm really enjoying the sim. I think I've got to get some add-on aircrafts in here to help make some of these airliners enjoyable. I think we definitely need a utility back like Xplane. I also think we definitely need GSX as well. I've got my personal opinions about GSX, to be honest, but I'd give them a shot here in this new sim for sure. I think we've got overcast all the way into New York. Those of you just tuning in, thank you. Welcome here to the stream. We are debuting from a stream standpoint Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. We are in the Boeing 787 Dreamliner here on here just approaching North Carolina area into Delaware and whatnot, making our way into New York's John F. Kennedy. So far so good. This the Dreamliner is definitely the best airliner that I've flown so far in the sim. While there's really only two, it's the A320neo and this one. The A320neo I had a heck of a time with during the first flight. We'll go back and try it again later, but I was not impressed at all. The Dreamliner, while default, is it's really nice. It's a really great aircraft to fly so far. We'll see how it handles in the descent and the landing into New York. But so far so good. Frame rates wise, I am having a hard time even on, I've tried medium settings, high settings, and ultra settings, but the overcast is really killing me here, and based on what I've read, it's really the aircraft and not the sim. So no matter what settings you drop it on in the Dreamliner, you're gonna have a hard time. I don't have a low-end computer by any stretch of the imagination. It's a high-end, really. It's a 1080 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and it's an 8700K. In fact, during installation, I think the sim recommended ultra settings, and I was running ultra settings all day yesterday with the aircrafts that I was flying, no problem. It's only since we've gotten to this Dreamliner today that it's really killing performance here. Other than that, man, things are going well. I wonder if maybe some of the settings in the aircraft. Let's turn off the weather radar, see if that helps. No, still pretty crappy. Wow, yeah, Johnny, it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. I hope you're not seeing a 10-minute delay either. I don't know what's going on John's side, but Cub is a decent airplane. Alright, I'm gonna jump in the Cub next after we land. I gotta try it out. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'm really not feeling these clouds, man. They were fine all day yesterday. I don't know. First of all, why they're hitting my performance so bad, which again I think it's related to the aircraft, as well as why the textures look so bad, because they looked great yesterday. Take a look at some other views here. Trying out the 350 now. What's the 350, Johnny? King Air, gotcha. Yeah, that's right, King Air 350. Cool. Let me know how it goes. Welcome those of you tuning in. We are checking out Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 here in the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Performance is pretty bad here with this aircraft. Pretty bad. I believe XP 1972 was streaming this yesterday as well, and it was the same issue for him. Trying to check the latest weather in Kennedy, or at Kennedy here. Bear with me. Got mostly cloudy skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Visibility is pretty good, 10 statute of a mile, 29904 on the altimeter. So yeah, these clouds are going to be present all the way down into New York. I still kick myself as to why I expected anything different. Who's to say MS didn't crack the whip in terms of a budget? Yeah, you got a good point there, man. You got a good point. Which is why we have half-done planes. Could be. I think a lot of people are just, you know, disappointed that they came so far to at least even halfway model these wonderful airliners. And if they had just spent a little bit more time working out the logic with the autopilot and the VNav, I think that would have been great. We're not asking for, like, yeah, we've got all these in-op buttons. I think that's fine. The fuel pumps work. The APU works. I think the seatbelt signs are in-op and whatnot. We don't need all of that stuff. I think all the in-op buttons, I could live with that. It's a default aircraft. I think the logic behind some of it is what is concerning, and to me, if you're gonna come this far, at least get that part right, iron that part out. That's my opinion. Again, is it way better than any default aircraft we've seen in a simulator? For sure, absolutely. I mean, like I said, it handles great, the sounds are great, but spend a little bit more time on the logic, I think we would have been good to go. I don't know, what else, what do you guys think? Anyone else here picked up the sim? What are your initial thoughts so far? me, it's been great. Again, the performance issues today, I don't know, it could be because I'm streaming as well, but they were not present yesterday and the day before when I was flying this sim. Again, also, it's the first time I'm flying the Dreamliner. Then I heard it's pretty heavy on performance as well. So after this flight, we'll jump back into something else and see if the performance issues persist. It's a little bit better now that the clouds are clearing up a bit, but I haven't been able to crack anything above 20 FPS since we left Orlando. But we shall see. We've got about how much longer into Kennedy? The progress page does work, but there's nothing on it. Can I put in a transition altitude? Nah, negative. What else we got here? Forecasts. I'd eat my head if that worked. That's fine. Can we at least do landing stuff? No. It's got takeoff and landing, but no. Oh, approach. And up. So I'm just going to land with flaps 30. I guess we'll guess our approach speed. I don't know. But whatever. Alright, we're looking good so far. Again, apologies for the cloud textures. I don't know what's going on. I've got that set to ultra, but it's not looking good today. We'll see what happens once we get to lower altitudes and whatnot. Feel free to jump into the chat here. Let me know what you all think, especially if you have the sim. What are your initial thoughts so far? Overall, I'm enjoying it for sure. Got a bit to go before our top of descent. I'm gonna, again, I don't think there's any kind of real VNAV profile here in this default aircraft, so I will initiate the descent myself and try to cross these altitude restrictions accordingly. It's fun, not gonna lie. What's that, Johnny? I don't know. John may be right. My stuff must be really delayed. I'm not sure how long ago you sent that, but I only got that at 1:28 p.m. Your comment there. As I said, the OGA will be a thing for me here for a bit. How long ago did you send that? It only just now came across. Alright, we're coming up on New Jersey now. Again, I don't have Navigraph moving maps working. I don't think it's compatible yet, so I'm not really following the flight there, but I think I've done this flight enough going south to north here on the East Coast to know that we're approaching Atlantic City now. We're going to start down here momentarily. Four to 5 minutes ago. Damn, yeah, it's lagging big time. I don't know why. I think it's the chat. I don't think the sim itself is lagging. I think it's the chat. I got that right away. I just did a test. I don't know, my friends. Apologies. I don't know why the conversation is lagging so much. We will have to check that out here when we land. Again, I'm using Shadow Play, not the typical OBS that I normally use, because OBS is nothing but stutters in this sim so far. So we've opted to use Shadow Play instead. That could be part of the problem. I don't know. But apologies ahead of time. Got that. Yeah, it's the chat. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to look at my overhead panel. I'll tell you when, and then let me know when you guys see that. So look now, and I'll look back down. I got about a 10-second delay there on my preview screen. But you all are saying the chat's slow. I don't know. I'm not able to change it either, I think, because we're already streaming. I'll have to look at that. I think there's an option for the latency on how the chats come in. And it's possible that I didn't change that to normal. In any event, I appreciate you all tuning in. Let's take a look outside. We haven't looked outside in a bit. I think this is Atlantic City. We're approaching below us there. We're looking great. Saw it. Yeah, the chat's bugged, dude. The chat's really delayed. I'll fix that for the next stream. I apologize, guys. It was fixed, but then we had because remember the first stream everything was working fine, and we had to tweak it again and get back on the live feed because it dropped. So. Again, rest of you jump in, let me know. Alright, we're going to be starting down soon. Just over sawed. Looking good. Sorry guys, here I'm just messing around with the camera views, making sure it looks good on you guys' end. I went across hogs at 18,000. Again, I don't believe the aircraft will descend for us, so we'll put that into vertical speed mode shortly. I don't know what's going on with the track IR, it's very glitchy. There we go. Welcome, those of you just tuning in. We are in the Boeing 787 Dreamliner on our way to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. Great flight so far. We've had some performance issues that I think a little bit ironed out now. It's a little bit smoother as we made our way northbound. The Dreamliner is very heavy on performance, unfortunately. It still needs some optimization. Other than that, it's flown great. The A320neo that I flew yesterday wasn't ready for prime time for sure, but this aircraft seems to be behaving a lot better. I like it a lot. For default, that is. I'm going to start our slow descent down to 18,000 again. The A320neo yesterday for me did not descend and had issues. I don't want to have those issues today, so we'll start a slow descent now to 18,000. worst case will be a little low, but I'm not on VATSIM. I'm not too worried about procedures today so much. It's really just to test out the aircraft, show you guys what it's all about. Why is this only going down by the hundreds? Alright, no worries. Vertical speed, let's get that going. Start a slow descent, we'll do about 800 feet a minute. We'll get the speed back to 0.86. Trying to see if there's a way to make this go down in increments of 1,000. It shows it there, but it's not working out. And when you right click, let's move the altitude selector. Alright, whatever. We'll okay, I see what it is. It's on both sides. Alright, let's start down now to 1,500 feet per minute. Get the speed back to 0.83. Looking good, friends. We're looking good. Yes, those static electricity looking clouds below are killing me, though. I don't know what's going on with that. I have a feeling it's bandwidth related, but I don't think so, so I don't know. We want to be at Cameron, 11,250 knots. Let me check the altimeter and the weather at Kennedy. Again, this is where I miss OBS, so I can show you guys me pulling that up as well. But unfortunately, we are in shadow plate today. Not able to provide that info. Kennedy, we've got winds out of the north, it looks like, at 4 knots, 23 degrees Celsius, 2,905. We've got scattered clouds at 1,600 feet. Looks like they are still landing runway 4 right, so we'll continue with what we had planned there. Yeah, all good. The aircraft is always flying a bit of an offset for some reason. Looks like it's trying to get back on the LNAV now, but we've got to keep an eye on that. I'm going to go ahead and already put our speed back here. descend a bit faster. They make sure the speed brakes work. They do. Awesome. Cool, cool. Got some blurries for sure. Again, don't know if it's because I limited the bandwidth, but okay for now. Dump some speed brakes here. I'm gonna get slower. They are definitely a bit fast. To drop into clouds over there. Looking good on the descent so far. Again, we are aiming for Cameron at about 11,000 feet. I'm gonna be at Hogs at 18. We can slow that rate of descent now. Yeah, this aircraft is flying a lot better than the A320neo did yesterday. It is actually listening. So far, so good in the King Air. Awesome, man. Where are you headed, Johnny, in the King Air? Looking good, looking good. besides these really rubbish clouds. Midland, Texas. Cool, man. You're checking out all these little regional airports, huh? From Fort Worth. Alright. How's Fort Worth look? Looking good? Picking out of the way airports to check the detail. Yeah, that makes sense, man. I'm going to do that as well after we land here at Kennedy. I'm really upset about these clouds. I don't know what happened, guys. They were looking spectacular on the few flights that I did yesterday. They're still really volumetric, though. That's good, but they just really, they look very staticky for some reason. Wondering if it's because I limited the bandwidth. That has something to do with it, but I'm not sure. And again, for those of you just joining, I limited the bandwidth because we were having issues trying to keep the stream alive for some reason. Although MFS is downloading and we're uploading, so it's kind of weird that it was impacting the stream itself, but we'll figure that out. See an aircraft there. We are using live traffic, so that aircraft that you're seeing there is definitely an aircraft in the real world right now. It's streaming in via Flight Radar, I believe, or FlightAware. FlightAware's API. Fort Worth looks good. That's awesome, man. I gotta check that out as well. FPS is on point. Nice. I'm pretty sure we'll see an ad on Fort Worth from somebody soon as well. I almost guarantee it. Few ground texture issues. Gotcha. Alright, we are well ahead of the VNAV profile. So we'll level out here. We don't want to cross Cameron below 11,000. We'll stay leveled here. And we'll actually keep the speed up for now. But yeah, the aircraft performs extraordinarily well, guys. Is it going to capture the localizer and the ILS? We'll see. I'm thinking so. The bandwidth may include everything. I think so too, man. But I'm nervous to put it back on and then I lose the stream. But I'm thinking the bandwidth is what's causing my clouds to look so atrocious. And even the scenery below. That does not look great. That does not look great. It's on high-end, almost ultra settings. Just check one more thing. Got a custom ultra. It's high or ultra for everything. Bump the render scaling up. We'll bump the TAA up. Trees, high, ultra. Alright, we'll go with this. It's a little better. Clouds still look like hot garbage, but everything else is a little better. ZK17, you're back. What's up, man? ZK17, there is an issue right now with the chat. For some reason, it's a couple minutes delayed, so my apologies. I will figure that out. The first stream that we were doing before I lost internet was fine, but I think I didn't change the settings back to normal latency. So you all's conversations are coming in really delayed. I apologize for that. But hopefully you guys can at least enjoy the stream. It was a pretty cool flight over from Orlando. I've got some issues with the clouds, the cloud textures. I think it has to do with my bandwidth. After the stream, we're gonna bump it back up and see if I still have the... Nah, you're fine. Okay. So you're getting it real time. I don't know what's up with Johnny and John's stream then. That's weird. Johnny and John is a couple minutes delayed, but you're right on the... You're not having latency. That's interesting. Alright, on this arrival we went across Cameron at 11,000. We're holding that for now, 250 knots. We'll bump the speed down as we're going to start descending again here soon. We want to be at ZTAL at 2,000 feet. I'm sorry, we should have armed the altimeters. 2989, 33300. We will arm the speed brake. We'll go level 2. That's cool. I don't see I think overall game is still a big improvement, but I think it might have been a little over exaggerated. I think it was hyped for sure, especially when you have gamers and other folks that really are not into flight simming or simulations per se. I think from a game perspective, it's mind-blowing. And that's most of the people we saw doing the reviews and the early access conversations and whatnot. But I still think, I don't think it was overhyped in terms of what you're getting out of a default simulator out of the box. I think those expectations were met. That's my opinion. Alright, I want to descend down to, let's do 8,000 now. Vertical speed. Make this speed 240 knots. Why is she not descending? What are you doing? Come on. This is the problem I had in the A320 yesterday. It just stops descending. Let's try VNAV. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Get some speed brakes out. Help us slow down a bit here. Again, as we make our way into New York and wrap the stream up, I really appreciate you all tuning in. Get our landing lights on now. We crossed 10,000. Why not get the wing and logo lights on as well? I really appreciate you all tuning in for the first stream here. I know we had some technical difficulties performance-wise. I'm really not liking how the stream is handling, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there. We will get there. I'm going to make that speed 210. Come on, keep that rate of descent going. Don't slow up on me now. This is why I want to do things early, because again, this is a default aircraft. I've got about 20 nautical miles till ZTAL. We're through 8,000 now. We're looking good. What I do notice is the sim really has no bass. The bass is in the sound and the sounds are missing in this simulator. I've got the Butt Kicker Gamer 2. And I really don't feel any vibrations like I do in the other simulators. Shut your heck. Can I request you to go somewhere? Of course you can. Let me know where you want to go. I don't know if we'll be able to go today. I don't think so. There's some things I want to iron out here that I've noticed during the stream. I want to make sure we get it right for the next time we go live and stream here with you all. But yeah, we'll definitely do it as a next flight. Where would you like us to go? And see if you could tell, so when I reduce the speed, the aircraft pitches up in order to hit that speed, but it shouldn't do so if I'm in vertical speed mode. It should do so if I'm in VNAV mode for sure, but KORD, yeah, we're gonna check out O'Hare ZK17. I know you asked me that earlier, so I will go there first, and then Shut Your Heck, we'll go there after that. But again, I don't think I'm gonna go there today. I have no idea how this game works. Is it possible to leave and go somewhere else in the middle of flying? Technically, yes. It's not going to transport you to where you want to go, if that's what you're asking. From that regard, no. We'll take flaps 1 now. It won't do that, but you can quit your flight at any time and go to another scenery, yes. But not midair, if that's what you're asking. I like our profile, I like our speed, looking good so far. We're approaching Kennedy here from the east. What the heck is that there in the distance? Oh, that is, looks like Empire State Building. Again, it's probably not loaded in yet because I did have to limit the bandwidth, like I said, guys, in order to keep the stream alive, so don't mind that. What does starting and quitting flight do? Is there levels? No, there aren't any levels. It's really a simulator. Shut your heck. So you can select to, I don't think you could start in the air. There are challenges and whatnot. If there are gaming challenges and whatnot, I can show you all that after I land. There are challenges that you can embark on that will start you in the air, so you can complete those challenges. But in free flight mode, no. Cool. We'll go into VNAV mode. Let's see if the aircraft will take us in onto the LOC and the ILS. I don't want to slow down that much. We'll take flaps 10 now, though. Speed brake is armed. Yeah, it's doing weird things. No, why are you pitching up? Okay, out of LNAV. My aircraft, we're going to take over here. I don't know what that was about. There's 4 right. Plus 15, gear down. My throttles as well. Default aircraft, guys. Default aircraft. Bear with me. Coming over Far Rockaway now. Alright, flaps full. Landing checklist, gear is down. Can't even see the gear, that's in up. Gear is down and locked. Flaps 30. Our spoilers are armed. Let's bring our speed back here. Yeah, they'll get better, Johnny, for sure. There's New York City just loaded in. Got our speed all the way back now. It handles really well. Examiner, your reply. PPL holder, not commercial airlines. Our friend Johnny is though. Stalker Actual Gaming, that's there in the chat. If you want to know anything about aviation, that's the man to ask there. Also, check out his channel as well. He's got some real great content. Trying to keep her steady here. Into Kennedy. 1,000 check. PHNLATC. Do you control at Honolulu? PHNLATC? Lots of new faces here. Oh, we're stalling. That's my fault for looking at the chat and not paying attention. Lots of new faces here in the chat. Those of you that are new to the channel, feel free to go ahead, like and subscribe there. We'll definitely have more content coming.
200.
And this is not how you land an aircraft, by the way. We're way,
50. 40.
way here. I don't even know if we're gonna. Let's just get it down
20. 10.
before we run out of runway. At least the reverse thrust works in this aircraft. Awesome, awesome. Alright, theoretically that was a, we wouldn't want to land that, that far off of the 1,000-foot markers, but we made it down nonetheless. Looks like I'm stuck here. There we go. Cool, cool. John F. Kennedy. Retract the flaps. And we'll find somewhere to park this bird. 1 or 2 RAM, examine. I've got 32 gigabytes of RAM. Are you asking me how many sticks of RAM? Apologize for that terrible landing, guys. I got distracted. I'm watching the chat window here. Sticks, 2 sticks. So 116 or 216 gigabyte sticks. Circle all the way around here. This is where I miss my Navigraph charts to know where the heck I am on the airport. But this is a handcrafted airport, John F. Kennedy. It looks really good. Looks really, really good. We're going to cross 4 right here, so until we do that, I will keep the strobes on. We just want to make sure no one's crossing or landing. We look good. That FMA is still enunciating rollout. That shouldn't be there. But again, default, guys, default. The aircraft got us here. And for the most part, got us here really well with no issues. So that's all you can ask for a default aircraft. I'm happy with that. Continue here, cross 22 right. Awesome, I appreciate that. Thank you, Tom. We'll be definitely doing some more content here, yeah, if you hit that bell, you will see when it's loaded. Yeah, these markers shouldn't be here. Got something wrong with the scenery here. We'll avoid it. Don't know what the heck that's about. Let's hook a right instead. Frames are starting to drop a bit here. Dreamliner is extraordinarily heavy on performance. We're crossing 1-3 left, 3-1 right, so again, we'll keep these lights on and make sure there's nobody to our left or right. Cool beans. We'll get the APU fired up. We'll need those. And now we can get some of these lights off. Max brake on that one. If you'd like to see me fly in Belize in the future, content LOL, I have to wait till I get this game. Yeah, we can do Belize. I've never been there actually, but this is part of the reason why I got this simulator, man, to explore areas of the world that I've really never thought of exploring before, the simulators, just because A, there was either no scenery available, or B, you had to buy an add-on for it, and if it was somewhere I wasn't going to fly often, I wasn't going to purchase it. Didn't make sense to me. But we've got a fantastic simulator here now that pretty much we're able to go anywhere in the world and have it look pretty nice. So we will definitely start exploring other areas like that. You guys just let me know where and we'll go. Alright, let's pick a gate here. I am stuttering like nobody's business. Apologies for that. Again, brand new sim. We're still tweaking and trying to understand our performance. I'm pretty sure streaming in 4K has a lot to do with that as well. But we made it, man. I am happy with this aircraft. I didn't have a great experience in the A320neo yesterday, but this aircraft is spot on. Gosh, these stutters are bad. Apologies again, my friends. Rolling on in. That's right. In the drone mode, none of your controls work, so you've got to watch out for that as well. What are my frames right now? I'll tell you in 1 second, Johnny. We'll stop right here. Parking brake set. That looks good. APU is available. We'll get the taxi light off. Beacon. Kill the engines first, obviously. It's 1 and 2. Beacon off. We'll go wing lights off. Get the jetway connected. Jetway connection. Cool, there's the jetway. Johnny, I would venture to say my frames are like 12, 15 right now or something like that. Let me check. Whatever it is, I am not thrilled. We'll go to developers. Again, I'm in 4K. I'm streaming. I've got high-end / ultra settings on. Yeah, I'm getting 10 FPS on the ground at Kennedy right now. It's pretty bad. But the settings are cranked pretty high. So it is what it is. We'll go on a different aircraft here shortly and see if I'm having those same issues. But guys, that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate all of you that tuned in, especially those that were here from the beginning. Again, apologies for the first stream having some issues there. We were able to rectify that by limiting the bandwidth that the sim was pulling, but we are going to leave it here. Appreciate again you guys tuning in. You guys let me know. Comment in the chat below what you guys would like to see me fly next, or where you guys would like to see me fly next, or if you think about it at a later time, this stream will be uploaded to the video section, so you can come back and comment under it later and let me know where you all would like to go next. Until next time, I think that is going to be it for us for now. Again, fantastic aircraft. I think of the Dreamliner. It is performance hungry. I don't like that fact, but other than that, it was pretty good. All right, my friends, you all be good. Take care, and we will see you next time. Later.